Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Michael Coates.
Back out here live at the Eastern Idaho State Fair in Blackfoot, and it is the first night of the rodeo. It is getting packed here, but we are sitting with some very nice conditions. You still need a little bit of a light jacket or maybe a sweatshirt, because once the sun goes down, it's going to get cold pretty quickly around here. We're going to have temperatures falling back into the 50s and 60s tonight. So if you're coming for the rodeo, be prepared for some cold air to come through the region. Folks here having a great time. The weather couldn't have been nicer for Labor Day here at the Eastern Idaho State Fair. We had a little rain on Saturday and Sunday and some wind, but nothing major. And let me talk about what's happening as we take a look at conditions around the region. Temperatures right now are into the 70s. We are perfect outside. We are into the mid-70s right now across the Snake River Plain, and we're getting temperatures right now around 74 for Idaho Falls and 71 in Blackfoot. We're at 74 for Malad. We're into the mid-60s right now. Nothing really happening here locally on the scope. You have to go all the way east of Casper to see anything substantial in terms of thunderstorms. And we have high pressure building in from the west. What we're going to look for here is a bit of some stormy weather coming down from the north on Wednesday. Now, the biggest thing on Wednesday will be a cold front that blows through, and that's going to pick up the wind. So we have the surface high that's going to set up here for a couple of days. That's going to clear us out. Now, it gets a bit windy here for Wednesday and getting into Thursday. This is because we're having a dry, weak cold front come out of the north. Now, as I take you into Vipercast here, as we get into Wednesday, we're looking to see a slight chance of a thunderstorm as we get around Island Park and West Yellowstone and national parks. Temperatures tonight, cold. It's going to get a bit chilly, but you know what? It's the time of the year. As soon as we hit Labor Day, usually we start to get back into fall weather here. And we're looking for numbers tonight, get back into the 30s in Idaho Falls. We'll see the same around Rexburg, mid-40s for Pocatello. We're going to see the lower 40s as you get around the southeastern highlands. Highs tomorrow are going to come back. We're pushing numbers once again into the 60s and 70s. We will start to look for a nice little bump here in the numbers as we go through the week. We're even going to see some 80s around Pocatello. It's going to be hitting up in the Gate City with upper 70s around the fairgrounds and in Idaho Falls. Yeah, it's actually going to be a little warmer here at the fair, especially around the blacktop, but it will cool off at night, and it cools out pretty quickly once the sun starts to set. So pack the jacket, pack the sweatshirt in the car or the stroller, and bring it with you as you come to the fair. Taking a look at the conditions here for the next couple of days. Winds pick up. We're looking at highs here again near 80, lower 70s as we get to Thursday and Friday. There's a drop in the temps later this week, but the weekend's still looking dry with the mid-70s. Weekend should be wonderful here as we close out the fair, and we see the first weekend of September roll through. Pocatello, we're hitting the lower 70s here. Rexburg also looking at the upper 60s, lower 70s with a drop in the temps as we get to the later half of the week here. We'll go to Blackfoot and Idaho, Blackfoot and Jackson. Blackfoot, beautiful. Conditions for the fair couldn't have been nicer. I mean, it's going to get a bit windy here, but nothing we can't handle with the windy conditions getting around 15 to 25 miles an hour. Then you see temperatures here dropping into the 70s, and around Blackfoot, I should say the lower 70s on Thursday, and Jackson will be into the 50s and 60s with that cooler air that comes through. But it drops down as we get back into Thursday and Friday. So back out here live at the Eastern Idaho State Fair, folks are lining up, getting ready for the rodeo tonight, and of course I can smell the tiger ears, Jay. and I am so tempted because I can smell the tiger ears. We're always stand here.
Oh, I hate to lose you before I get you to hear me say, bring one back.
That's right. Say it a little louder, Michael. Bring one back.
Bring one back.
They're just not quite as good when they're not fresh.
I know.
But still pretty tasty.
But they're still very tasty, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Well,